This is going to be a no BS breakdown on what we're working with in terms of time frame of the next wipe for Escape from Tarkov, and we actually have some solid bit of info now thanks to this tournament that they're going to be hosting. Now we know there will not be anything happening until at least the 15th of July. Well, in terms of a wipe. In case you missed it, there will be a PvP tournament being hosted by thehunt.org, and it's going to happen on the 1st of July for NA, and then the 15th of July for EU. So assuming there aren't going to take away from these players' wipe gameplay, the wipe must not be happening before July 1st and won't happen until sometime after July 15th. So if that's true, then we have a full month until anything even kicks off for pre-wipe. So the event they decided to randomly start on a Monday was truly just a random event they decided to start on a Monday this week. That being said, it doesn't mean they're not going to keep doing something interesting up until the next wipe. For all we know, there is going to be something happening weekly up until the wipe. We'll just have to wait and see. Now that is the no BS info and the likely outcome, but there's some loose ends to deal with here that can be considered BS because there's speculation involved, so keep that in mind. First being, this tournament is being held on private servers. Because it's being held on private servers, it could literally be held as the game is down for the wipe, and it won't matter because all the gear and everything the players need for the tournament is there. Not that that's necessarily possible because it's on 2 different days and there's only going to be a few hour stint where the servers are down, but you get my point. It doesn't matter when the tournament is, early, mid, or late wipe, they all have the same gear, so it doesn't matter. Next is the drops. These streams for the tournament will have drops enabled on Twitch, and BSG have done drops both late and early in the wipe before, so it just means that the items that are going to be dropping will coincide with the age of the wipe. If it's early, then they probably won't be found in raid or not very valuable, while if it's late, it could be anything. Some people in my stream chat, which by the way, if you didn't know, I've started to stream a lot more over on Twitch, and I don't just play Tarkov, I play everything like BattleBit, Star Citizen, RTS games, and more, so be sure to follow me over there if you're interested, link in the description. Some people in the chat were saying because there's drops, that must mean that wipe is really far away, otherwise what's the point? And I do sort of agree with that. I'm just looking at it as if they want to promote this tournament as much as possible, it doesn't matter what time of the wipe it is, a stream with drops will do better than a stream without, so why not add drops? The other thing is that both of these will last about 3 hours each for NA and EU, which there won't be that many drops if it's just 3 hours. It might even be like a single package. If you watch at some point during the stream for like 45 minutes or something like that, you get a single package that's going to be maybe a few things, like a whole setup or something. Who knows? Or it could be every 15 minutes something's going to drop. We don't exactly know the format for the drops this time around. The only real factor to the timing here is the fairness to the players who are taking part and want to play during the early wipe if there were going to be a wipe during this tournament. Because obviously the players taking part would want to take part in the grind as well from that wipe at the same time. However, it is a lot of money up for grabs with $10,000 prize pool, so who knows? An interesting takeaway is that the stats from these players' servers is being tracked through an API, so that's a tidbit of interesting hit that BSG are making good progress towards their mobile app for Escape from Tarkov. For those who don't know, BSG do plan on creating a mobile app to link to your account where you can do simple things like work on your hideout, collect insurance, and send messages in-game from your phone. I'd assume that includes checking out your PMC stats as well. So my best guess is in order to make this make any sense at all, then we need to see the wipe in the next couple days or not until a solid week or two after July 15th. In terms of fairness to the players in the tournament, unless they are disregarding that for the cash prize, but I don't see them doing that. This feels more like we need more time until the next wipe, so we need to do something to keep people interested kind of thing rather than added hype after a wipe kind of thing to me personally. So I very much doubt it's going to be in the next week or two. Something to keep in mind as well is we haven't seen or heard anything in regards to patch 13.1 yet, and we're on our way out of June here. 13.1 is the next major patch, which includes the move to Unity 21 and the first of 2 major portions of the netcode reformat or restructure, whatever you want to call it. It's a lot of new netcode and a lot of good stuff coming to the game in terms of tech. It's also a patch that I'm not 100% certain won't need a wipe due to the tech involved. Those that haven't heard me discuss this before, I think it's possible that we get a wipe with patch 13.1, where for the entirety of the next wipe cycle, we're working through the new bugs and issues that pop up with it, then get patch 14 as the New Year's patch. And that's got all the new goodies. Somewhere in the middle of that, they'll release Arena though, so from something new to do, we're going to have Arena. And that is unless BSG can really nail patch 13.1 along with all the crazy new tech, because we're going to be running into very unstable builds day one of the wipe if they do wipe with 13.1, if they don't really nail it. But we're here to test, so that's what that's what we're really here to do. If there's going to be some problems with 13.1, which I'm assuming there is going to be, we're here to find it. And that is the biggest response that we've seen for years. It's the why don't they fix what they have right now instead of adding this new stuff first? And that is literally what they're doing with 13.1. They stopped adding new stuff and reworked the netcode, which was the core problem with the game and stems out to most, if not all, other issues. If that doesn't make sense to you, or if you haven't heard about it before, I'll put it to you this way. Escape from Tarkov Tarkov started as a browser game, and it was a handful of people that were working on it. Then it stemmed to this massive game that we have today. So the core netcode that we've been playing on for years, this entire time really, is based on a browser game, not what we have today. That's the TLDR to it. There's a lot more that goes into it, but that's really why a lot of the issues are happening with this game. They're going to reformat the netcode, which will give them the foundation to improve a lot of the stuff that was problematic in the game. So given the timing, we very likely won't see a wipe until late July at this rate. We're waiting to hear something solid about what patch that would be as well. If it wipes with 13.1, then we are in for a very rough but absolutely vital 6 months of testing ahead. Sprinkled in there somewhere is going to be Arena as well. While if they just sort of drop 13.1, then we know patch 14 is right around the corner, and that for sure will be a wipe. But again, we'll just have to wait and see when that is. But that's going to do it for today, guys. For the minute-by-minute stuff, follow me on Twitter or join the Discord, both linked below. If you like this video, hit the button, sub for more, comment what you think, and check out my other channels for other games right here, especially Star Citizen. We got some cool events coming up with that. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.